Hello, everyone, and welcome to this first episode of this second season of Closing Out the Week. I'm your host, Mark Alvarado, and I'm here to close out your week in style. So let's jump right into it. Let's see what things have kind of stuck out to me this week. I'm going to be here, breaking down, not even breaking down, just shouting out some storylines of the week, chiming in on them myself. Going to be doing that every Friday for the foreseeable future. So hope you're excited, because I am. I sure am. Let's see. So the first storyline that I want to kind of touch upon is this fake fireworks, like, panic that is sweeping the nation right now. I don't know if any of you are kind of like have your ears to this, but so I don't know if you guys have kind of been listening at night, either that or you're a heavy sleeper like me, but there's been a lot of fireworks this year, an abnormal amount of fireworks this year, right? Usually there's always people who just light off crazy amounts of fireworks. You know, there's always people who do that. But this year around, it really feels like there's more. And I've heard it from many people that there's more this year than in the past. I was just in Southern California last weekend, and my aunt and my mom, we were staying in Lancaster. That's where my aunt lives, and I woke up the next day, and they were complaining about how many fireworks there were. They couldn't sleep because there's just so many fireworks being lit off. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but then that same day, I look on Twitter, and there's a ton of people chiming in about all these fireworks, and this is happening across the country. In Philadelphia, I see posts. In Minneapolis, I see posts. Here in Sacramento, I see posts. Like I mentioned, Southern California, Dallas, in Florida, anywhere, everywhere, every state, every major city. There's just fireworks going off all the time. Some people are saying that there is a higher amount of people lighting off fireworks because they just don't have anything better to do because of the pandemic, because people are out of work generally. So, I mean, I see that. I understand that. That could be a possibility. I'm not ruling that out at all. But then there's been some Twitter users that I've been kind of noticing who have been doing some investigative reporting of their own, who have tracked down these sounds in the middle of the night while everyone else is trying to sleep. They actually go out and they actually try to pinpoint where these locations are. Some people are unsuccessful, and some people stumble upon those people. Some people stumble upon others just lighting off fireworks, just like you would expect, right? It's just another person. But there's quite a few people who have stumbled upon the source of the sounds being the police, lighting them off within police stations or in parking lots of police stations from 10 p.m. to 5 p.m. or whatever, or 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. I mean, now why would they want to do that? Well, it's because they want the protests to stop. They want people to become complacent. They want people to get bored and to become tired and restless. So that way, either A, looting starts again, because when people go crazy, of course, looting just happens, right? Yeah, okay. Or they get so fatigued, the protesters get so fatigued that they just stop showing up because they just have to rest. They're trying to break the will and the spirit of the protests that are aimed at them. It's psychological warfare, and I believe that that's kind of what's happening right now. Is it 100% confirmed? No, not 100%. But there are videos on Twitter showing people tracing the source of the sounds either to individual police officers who are lighting them off, or lighting them off out in the middle of nowhere, but they're just so loud that they resonate within neighborhoods, or in police station parking lots. There are those videos, so go ahead and check those out if you haven't already. Another storyline. Bubba Wallace, I believe his name. NASCAR driver, right? Let me just double check that's his name. Bubba. Yep, my boy Bubba Wallace. As a lot of people know, NASCAR has been making a lot of news recently with their stance of siding with Black Lives Matter and banning the Confederate flag, and Bubba Wallace becoming very outspoken about, who is the only African American driver in NASCAR, who is very outspoken about Black Lives Matter and the whole movement. So what happened, if you guys haven't heard already, is that there was a noose found within Bubba Wallace's garage, right before one of his races. Today, it was found, the FBI did an investigation, and it was found that there was no foul play involved with that noose being found, because it was like a pulley system thing. So like, you know how in a pulley system, there's a rope, right? And that rope was tied like a noose, but it was like that ever since 2019. There are pictures dating back to 2019 where in that specific garage, there was that handle, that rope was in the shape of a noose already at that time. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. No racism in NASCAR. We can all go home. Everything's fine, right, FBI? That's what they want us to think. Okay, if you look at that picture, man, come on. That picture looks like somebody just went to fucking Home Depot and just bought a rope that already had a noose on the end of it. Like, come on, dude. That rope looks so brand new. How 2019? 2019? Come on. Come on. The amount of use that rope gets, there's going to be some wear and tear if it's from fucking 2019. Okay? Are you kidding me? And secondly, are we really going to trust the FBI? Oh, yeah. It's not like people aren't protesting against authority right now. Specifically the police, which the FBI works with state and city and county police departments across the country to investigate crimes and whatever. We're gonna really believe the Federal Bureau of Investigation? Really? Are we really gonna do that? I'm not gonna do that. Personally, I'm not. Now, if the rope was there, and the thing is too, that's still the only noose that was found in any garage, even if it was back to 2019. And let's say everything that the FBI is saying is correct. Still, at the end of the day, why the hell is that type of knot in Bubba Wallace's garage and not in anybody else's? Like, is this just like somebody in 2019 made a super racist move and did that? And it just, for some reason, was never caught until right now, just so happened? I don't know. But, yeah, that's another storyline. I wouldn't believe the FBI at all. Yeah, do we know for sure if it's 100% a hate crime? I wouldn't say 100%. But I'm damn near 85%, 90% sure that somebody fucking put that in Bubba Wallace's garage, either if it was yesterday or if it was whenever they found it or noticed it, or if it was all the way back in 2019. Because at the end of the day, it's the only noose that was found in any garage in the whole NASCAR facility. So, anyways, last storyline of the week before I kind of give my final thoughts and what I've been thinking about personally. The CDC estimates that the U.S.'s number of COVID-19 cases may actually be 10 times higher. Why would we ever think that? I wonder why. Let's just break this down a little bit. So what is one thing that Americans hate more than apparently wearing face masks? What's the one thing? Oh wait, yeah, I know. Spending money. How do we? What's a way where in which we can spend money at a very high rate while actually getting nothing back in return? That might meaning we give money to something and we get nothing back. What's a big way? Oh yeah, going to the fucking doctor. It costs money, a lot of money in America. Um, so if it costs a lot of money to go to the doctor, and people have the belief, they already have the preconceived notion that anything regarding the medical industry is going to cost them an arm and a leg, they're not going to get tested as much for COVID, right? Because people just, even though it probably doesn't cost a whole lot of money, in their minds they think it's going to cost me a lot. Because an ambulance already cost me $3,000. Going to the doctor, just in general will cost me a couple $100s, even if I have insurance. So they don't even want to try, right? So when I look at this headline of Fauci and other doctors, specifically Dr. Robert Redfield, the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which, I mean, okay, you can say what you want about the CDC, but they're the best we got, okay? So fuck. He said that our best estimate right now is that for every case is reported, there's actually 10 other infections said. So that actually means that there are probably close to like 20 million cases of COVID in the United States. If the estimation is correct, which I would assume so, because no one wants to get tested. Who the fuck would want to get a giant 6-foot swab shoved up your nose? Have you seen that shit? Scary shit, man. So, yeah, as states reopen, we're very much within a second wave of this. And we probably have 10 times more people infected than we thought. But of course, why not? I mean, this is America after all. We gotta go big, right? We always gotta beat everybody else, right? In everything. Well, we are. So, all right. So I got about like 4 minutes left. So I just want to talk for my last 4 minutes about the idea of loss. Loss is something that I feel like a lot of people are experiencing right now. Either the loss of a job, the loss of housing, the loss of security, the loss of maybe transportation, the loss of stability, whether that be in your relationship, whether that be in friendships, whether that be just your physical stability, you even being able to stand. Maybe you can't even get out of bed for some reason. I know some people who can't right now because of some extenuating circumstances. And some people, myself included, may have lost loved ones, friends, family, colleagues. It's a really dark time for people. It's a really dark time for me. If you're listening to this, first of all, thank you. Second of all, if you're going through a hard time, I am going through one as well. But I'm here for you. It's going to get better. It will get better. It will get better. You just got to reach out. If you need something, you have to help yourself. Nobody is going to get the ball rolling for you. And if somebody tries to, you have to let them. Don't let your ego get in the way of your health or of your happiness. Because loss is real and loss is painful. But if pride and ego get in the way of healing that pain, you'll be emotionally bleeding for probably the rest of your life until you let go and ask for some help. So don't be afraid to do that. And without further ado, consider your week closed. Next week will be better if you had a bad one. Don't worry. There'll be more to come. Just keep going. I believe in you. Don't give up. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next on the Closers Podcast, which will be out on Wednesday.